So these are the 3 steps I used to get over 700 matches in less than 4 months. If you want to learn the steps, this is your shot. Let's get it. Step number 1, presentation. Now you guys gotta understand that if you're gonna be going down this route, it's all gonna be superficial at first. You get this one little shot, this one little photo, and that's all they're gonna base you off of. So if you're doing one of these bathroom selfies, that's not gonna cut it, my guy. Trust me. Now you're probably gonna have to learn this the hard way, but the dating market, especially online, it's skewed, bro. You're not one of these guys who's presented themselves in the highest regard. You're probably not gonna get looked at. You're probably gonna be overlooked. I think the statistics are 90% of the top 1% guys get most of the matches. So if you're not trying to be one of those 1% guys, it's gonna be tough, my guy. Speaking from a first-hand experience, while I was in Costa Rica, I had this, let's say, encounter. And I won't say her name for privacy, but the one thing I did find out in that encounter is how heavily skewed it is towards women. Now, I'm not gonna say she was this unattractive, ugly girl, but she was, to all intents and purposes, she was a pretty average-looking chick, if I'm being honest. And I saw her phone, and it was flooded by a sea of men that wanted to talk to her, wanted to see her, wanted to meet up with her. And for an average chick in a remote part of the world to have that kind of attention, it's gonna be tough for a random guy to compete. So if you're not one of these guys who's optimizing their look, and the ways to do that are 1, leveraging your skill sets. So if you're physically attractive, use that. If you're tall, use that. If you're musically gifted, use that. If you have a bit of size on you, some muscle, use that. If you have an exciting lifestyle, use that. You need to use everything that you have to your advantage. That's how you're gonna compete. So, speaking from a first-hand experience about presentation, I was one of those dudes. I had no freaking presentation when I first started. I'll show you a video how I have my whole entire dating app set up right now. But it wasn't always like that. But look, I'm gonna be honest. It's not about having the best photo shoot, because in reality, all you need is that one photo. I'd argue most of those photos in that photo shoot, probably 99% of them are gonna turn out freaking terrible. I was one of those guys. I looked at all of them like, I just can't use anything, except for that one photo. And when I took that one photo, it changed everything, bro. And now finally I started getting traction. Now finally I started getting likes, matches. It became easier. Yeah, and then I began to travel around the world, started having these adventures, started having these excursions, these crazy tales to tell. And while I was there, I would take advantage and take some photos, then use those said photos to optimize my dating profile and really present who I was. This world traveler who has this exciting lifestyle, likes doing things. That's what you need to be able to do. That's what you need to start doing. So using that same method, I kept doing it over and over and over again until I optimized my look, optimized my presentation, and finally, pretty much cracked the code. Make it easier on yourself. But that's just the first step. Second step, it's a totally different ballpark, my guy. Number 2, opening statement. Alright, so once you have your image and your dating profile optimized, then it's pretty much the text game. Now, I used to be one of those guys who had no clue what I was doing when I was texting them until I realized this method. I call it statement, question. Alright, I know how this is gonna sound, but just hear me out for a second. What I see time and time again is guys opening up with the same, hey, how are you? Or, hey, how's your day been? Now there's a slight chance that could work. Why would you limit yourself to that when you could utilize something in their profile picture? Pick something that you notice. Look, I'll take out my phone for example. Alright, so for this particular example, let's look in this conversation. I noticed in her profile she was wearing this blue dress that looked really cute. So I messaged her, hey, you look really cute in that blue dress. You excited for New Year's? Now it looks simple, but let's break this down. For this particular example, I opened up with you look really cute in that blue dress. Now don't be one of those guys too pussy to compliment them. Now that was the opening statement. I then followed up with an engaging question. You excited for New Year's? And boom, a few messages later, I got her number. It's that simple. Now what you don't want to be doing is being one of those guys that falls in the same trap I see over and over again. Just messaging back and forth like a fucking pen pal. You need to be messaging with intention that's gonna lead to something, a date. If you're going back and forth and it's not been going anywhere, you haven't gotten the number, you haven't set up the date, it's pretty much over, my guy. She's gonna lose interest and she's gonna get bored, and that's it. Number 3, time and place. Alright, now this is the most important part. Once you have a little back and forth, I take the initiative, schedule 2 days out of the week to meet up. I'll usually say, does Thursday or Friday at 8 p.m. at so-and-so bar work for you? If there's a scheduling conflict, she'll usually get back to you, but with the same location that you already had set up. It's that simple. Yeah, but when you're at the date, it's a whole different game, my guy. All I say is be present and be calm. It's okay to be nervous. We've all been there. But I'll save that for a future video. If you need any more information or more tips, comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll get back to you. Now I want to preface, if you're going there solely with the intention to hook up and not getting to know the person, I don't recommend doing that. I've done it enough times to realize it's not really what it's cracked up to be. But hey, that's something you gotta learn on your own. If you found any value in this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and as always, it's been your boy Coach Ed. See you later.